How y'all doing? It's been a hot minute since I made a video. How's everyone doing? Hope y'all having a great day. It is the end of April, which means it is time for another update video slash month in my life, what I did, what I'm doing, how everything's going. Hope y'all having a great day. I struggled to intro this like 4 times. There's like 4 different takes. I have not made a video in forever, which has been very nice and very blissful, but I do miss you guys, and I wanted to say what's up, how everyone's doing. What did I do this month? Not much, honestly. Watched a lot of Call of Duty, played a lot of Call of Duty, and worked. That was kind of the big theme of this month. This month, of course, was the NFL Draft, which is the biggest event of the year for my company, Chat Sports, and that took a lot of time, effort, preparing, and then executing. I'm recording this on the 30th, which is the day after the last day of the NFL Draft ended, and it was a success. I produced the entirety of our main coverage, which I did the math. It was 23 hours of live and over 600,000 viewers, which was great. And I've produced the draft before, but I hadn't done it in its entirety. And this was me doing it in its entirety for the first time. So to all the crew, my bosses, everyone, if you're watching this, thank you for entrusting me to produce that coverage. It really was a great time. And to the talent that was on the live, and to all the rest of my colleagues and crew at Chat Sports, thank you guys, because this would not have been able to happen without your guys' efforts. So thank you. So yeah, with that, this wasn't a really interesting month. Not a lot happened at all. I picked up 4 things, and they're different things. And I didn't see that many movies. So this is going to be a shorter video because I don't have a lot to talk about. I'm hoping May will have more to talk about. I already know that because I'm going to be doing more. But yeah, let's just kind of get into it. I'll talk about what I watched this month first, because I didn't watch a lot. So we'll just get into it. The first thing I watched was 65. And it was alright. It was alright. I saw it in the theater. It was like an empty theater. Like maybe 3 of us in the theater. It was okay. Adam Driver couldn't really even save this movie because he's playing the role of someone that doesn't really show a lot of emotion. So it was okay. No emotion at all. There's no electricity. Its pacing's really bad. It's like an hour and like 20 minutes, but it feels like it's like 4 hours. I will give a shout out though to the set design, costume design, visual effects, because those were really, really, really good. But look, don't go watch this in the theaters. I think it's probably out of the theaters by now. Don't go watch this in the theaters. It had a really, really interesting concept. I just don't think it was executed that properly. So, like I said, don't go watch it in the theaters. Just don't. Then I watched a movie that I wanted to see at Sundance. I couldn't because it was only in person, so I saw it when it finally came out on Hulu. That is Rye Lane. And I highly recommend everyone go watch Rye Lane because it is just a great movie. I loved it from top to bottom. It's got snappy, quippy writing. It's very fast-paced. It's got incredible performances from our 2 main leads, and it's a really short but sweet story. This also is another shorter runtime, but it's like a rom-com. I really liked it. I really related to it because it's people that are my age. It gets a little cliche at the end, and I kind of rolled my eyes at the end a little bit, but I can forgive that in the grand scheme because I really, really enjoyed this project. Directorial debut, very impressive. I think everything was done so well. Really, really liked it. This was a delightful time. Had a great time with it. It was good. I would highly recommend it. It's on Hulu. Go watch it. It's a great time. Then I watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie. It did just enough for me to enjoy it. It does not do anything special in terms of character or story. It really doesn't. But it's accessible enough for anyone to have a really good time. And I had a good time. The animation is stunning. This is a beautiful movie to look at, and I actually liked the voice cast. I didn't mind the voice cast at all. I thought they were actually pretty good. I'd watch another one if they made a sequel. I'd watch another one. I won't lie. I had a good time with it. I thought it was fun. It was cute. I actually have seen it twice now, which is not something I would say on my 2023 bingo card. Is that the first movie I saw multiple times in theaters was the Super Mario Bros. Movie, but here we are. I really enjoyed it. Then I watched Air, the ultimate dad movie of 2023. I saw it with a bunch of my coworkers from Chat Sports. It's damn good. It is a damn good feel-good movie. It's going to leave you cheering by the end like any of these sports movies. And yes, these sports movies, we've seen them all before. They are very cliche, the underdog story, but the ensemble here is great. I think the direction from Ben Affleck is really, really good, and the writing works for the most part. Like I said, it can get cliche at times, but overall, who can't get romantic about the signing of Michael Jordan to Nike? Like, I really like this movie. I think people will love this movie. Is it an Oscar contender? I don't know, but I think the general audiences are really going to love this movie. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it because it's a damn good time. The one movie I watched this month that was not a new release was Matchstick Men. This is a shout out to my colleague, Matthew Peterson. He has been telling me to watch this movie over and over and over again. And I haven't gotten to it. I finally rented it on Apple for like $3 and watched it. And it's a good movie. I think Nicolas Cage here is incredible. Like, this is such a good performance from Nicolas Cage. It is really, really good. Overall, solid. I like some of the tension. The twist actually got me. I wasn't expecting it, even though it kind of slaps you in the face, but I wasn't expecting it. Overall, it's a solid movie. I didn't feel like I wasted my time. I feel like it was overall executed well. And go for the Nicolas Cage performance, because that is the best part of this movie. I will also shout out Tenet. I watched Tenet. One of my favorite movies of all time. My favorite movie of 2020. It's a great damn movie. I watched it at home, my 4K player, made my apartment into a little movie theater, and had a damn good time with it. I didn't put it on Letterboxd because I've already seen it. But yeah, damn good time. I really enjoyed it. Renfield. I was actually looking forward to this one. I like the trailers, like the premise, like the cast. It's fun. Nicolas Cage having the time of his life. We're talking about two Nicolas Cage movies, like kind of back to back. But it gets a little too self-indulgent. It focuses on too many of the wrong things. I think that's kind of my biggest issue with it. The writing here just is pretty messy, and it doesn't really work for me. The action's fun. The comedy lands overall. I had a good time with it, but the story, it never reaches further than base level, and it gets very cliche and goes down paths I didn't want it to go down, but it did, and it is what it is. Not bad, but not incredible. I'd watch another Renfield story, but, you know, I don't know if we'll ever get one. Then I watched Beau is Afraid at an early IMAX screen. I actually got a shirt. I got like the Beau shirt, which was kind of funny. I am still, even now to this day, trying to comprehend what I watched. It is a very trippy, anxiety-filled time. It's a 3-hour movie. You could feel it at times. I think if you don't really understand or you are not into kind of contemplating film, I don't know if this movie will be for you, because it is a movie that you really got to think about what's going on. Joaquin Phoenix, though, is incredible. He's incredible in this movie. And Ari Aster's vision is as bold as ever. It's as bold as ever. I think it's so interesting. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is my first Ari Aster movie. But I enjoyed it. I think it was pretty good. The technical shines here. It really does. I respect the hell out of this film. I really do, for what Ari Aster was trying to do. I don't know if I love it, though. I don't know if I love it. But yeah, I saw it. We have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Once and Always. Power Rangers was my childhood, so I absolutely ate this up. I won't lie, though. That final morphing scene in the movie, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if a lot of people have seen this on Netflix. The final morphing scene actually made me tear up. It did, which was crazy. But it's got that classic Power Rangers charm. I think it's accessible enough of a story that people that don't really know Power Rangers lore will enjoy it. And it's got nice emotion. It's very campy and cheesy, so prepare for that. But that, again, goes to the Power Rangers charm. But me, as a Power Rangers purist, I really enjoyed it. Speaking of a movie I did not enjoy, that is Ghosted. This movie is bad. I don't know who owed a favor at Apple. I don't know what blackmail was had, but this movie should not have gotten made. It's not a good movie. The cameos are literally the only good thing in this film. Literally. The only good thing in this film. And I actually had them spoiled. So that kind of sucked. And I'll give a little bit of leeway for a comedic Chris Evans, but the CGI is not good. The wigs are horrible. The writing never comes together. The pacing is brutal on this movie. It had the makings of a good project. I think it was like kind of interesting, but I was just uninterested, honestly. I didn't really care for it at all, and it was a bad movie. I gave it 1 star. It's not good. Then I watched The Covenant to end out the month. I actually actually really enjoyed this film. I love Guy Ritchie, love Jake Gyllenhaal, and I typically love the war genre, but I actually went into this with some reservations because I'm like, have we seen this before? I don't know. I don't really know. I actually really enjoyed it. Guy Ritchie's direction is solid. I was worried about the 3-hour runtime, but it actually flew by pretty nicely. Like, it was good. The writing, which was something else I was really worried about. It never got too generic. It focused more on this, like, kind of friendship that was being molded between Jake Gyllenhaal and Dar Salim, that I really, really liked. I think the performances from our two leading men, who I just mentioned, are the lifeblood of this movie. I think they are fantastic, and I really, really liked them. It's paced well, like I said. The tension is kept the entire time, and it never gets generic, which is something I was worried about, because war movies, they follow certain tropes. They can get generic at times, and this movie didn't do that, which I really, really enjoyed. And that's why I watched this month. What did you watch this month? Let me know down in the comments. What was your favorite thing you watched this month? I want to hear down in the comments what you watched. All right, let's get into the haul. 2 books, 1 movie, 1 vinyl. This is probably the lightest haul I've had in years, and I'm not even joking, like years. Books first. A Game of Thrones. I've been reading House of Dragon. I've really been enjoying it, or Fire and Blood, and I've really been enjoying it. So when I finish that, I want to start reading the Game of Thrones book. So I got the first one, and I got the second one, A Clash of Kings. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading those. The 1 4K I picked up this month was The Maltese Falcon. I've never seen this movie. The premise looks interesting. And I'm going to give it a look. And then I saw this at Barnes & Noble, and it was a sign. Because it was the first thing I saw when I walked into the store. It was a sign that I needed to pick it up. The Babylon soundtrack on vinyl. I wanted it. I was going to get it when it came out. I didn't know it came out. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. And that's it. That's my month. Let me know what you did this month. Let me know how your month went. Let me know what you watched. Let me know what you bought. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I am going to have more videos in May, I promise. I know I'm going to have at least one more. I'm going to talk about Guardians Volume 5, even if I hate it. I'm going to talk about it. And then I believe Succession is ending in May, I think. And I want to talk about Succession. But that's going to be whenever the finale is. That may be in May, maybe in June. I don't know. I think it's in May. But whenever Succession ends, I'm going to make a video about that as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And thank you all for staying on the channel and coming back. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a great rest of your day.